There are a total of 620 letters in the Ten Commandments. Each letter corresponds to one of the 613 biblical and 7 rabbinic commandments. When you read the Ten Commandments, you will notice something interesting. The commandments are divided into 2 tablets with 5 commandments on each. One tablet had 5 laws that pertain to man's relationship with God. The other tablet had 5 commandments that pertain to a man's relationship with his fellow Jew. In Hebrew, this is called Ben Adam LaMakom or Ben Adam LaChavero. The first 5 begin with mitzvahs relating to one's thoughts and feelings, but concludes with mitzvahs of action. It starts with the belief in one God, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, and the prohibition of belief in any other powers and gods. These are both mitzvahs that relate to one's intelligence and emotions. But it then goes on to the prohibition of using God's name in vain, which is speech, and then to observing Shabbos and honoring one's parents, which are both action-based. So it starts with mitzvahs of the mind, and then moves on to mitzvahs of deed. The second tablet is in the reverse. It starts with the prohibition of murder and adultery and theft, all action-based. And it concludes with the final prohibition of thou shalt not covet what belongs to someone else, a mitzvah which exists purely in the heart, jealousy. So this second tablet starts with mitzvahs of actions and moves to mitzvahs of the mind. Why is this so? Why is the structure of the 2 tablets different? Perhaps we can say there's a very powerful message in this for the Jewish people. You see, many times when it comes to mitzvahs that are between a Jew and God, we say, I'm a believer. In my heart, I know there is a God. What I do isn't so important. The main thing is that I feel Jewish. This is a very common response I get when I ask someone to put on tefillin. Jews genuinely think it's enough to feel the belief and have it in one's mind, but one need not do the mitzvahs. But when you look at the tablets, you'll see God's message here. The way God structures the tablets is to enlighten us that belief and knowledge and emotional attachment to God must trickle down and express itself in one's behaviors as well. I am the Lord your God is expressed by the person through observance of Shabbos. One cannot be a great believer. One cannot claim to feel so Jewish if he doesn't properly respect his father and his mother. However, when it comes to the interpersonal mitzvahs, those mitzvahs which are between one Jew and another Jew, we have a tendency to flip the script. We say it's only my actions that matter. What I think of that person doesn't count. What I feel about that person isn't relevant, as long as I'm not hurting him, as long as I'm not stealing from him. So when you look at this tablet, you notice the order is reversed. For God is sharing with us a most powerful message. Your refrain from harming your fellow must express itself in good feelings toward him as well. Your fulfillment of the commandment not to murder and not to steal must express itself in thou shalt not covet. It's all one expression. This message incorporates the entirety of the Torah and all its 613 biblical plus 7 rabbinic commandments. May we merit to synthesize the mitzvahs between man and God and the ones between man and man, the mitzvahs of the mind and the mitzvahs of deed. May we merit the revelation of the new dimension of Torah from Mashiach. Torah Chadosha Me'iti Teitzei, speedily in our days. Amen. I wish you a good Shabbos.